I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. So, I'm learning about phase 2. And I have spent hours, weeks, months, years in this state of being where I focus on self-development or personal development. I have been a proponent for working on oneself. Basically, always striving to be better. These are the sort of words and encouragement that I would give to my friends and family. And the thing is that I don't know if I really ever believed it. I just don't know that I ever believed in all that stuff that I studied and read. I certainly never did it because it made me happy. I engaged in it because I felt obligated to be better, some sort of better man for the world. I never considered that being better would be a toxic thing. And I say toxic because what I did not realize was just how much I would pursue something, a form of validation outside of myself. Just how much I would dive in and how many things I would do, how many dollars I would spend that I didn't have, how many hours I would use, how much time I would spend feeling terrible about myself. For I guess just in the name of becoming better. A better version of me. I set this version of myself out ahead of me, and I labeled and described and visualized that person, that version of myself. And then I went to work on getting there. I did not ask myself about what made me happy. I did not ask myself what I felt like doing. I ran the opposite direction. I went towards discipline and massive 10x effort, and the more books the better, the more podcasts the better, the more information the better. I believed things like more ideas in equals more ideas out. I did not rest. I did not allow rest. I began to describe myself this way and talk to people as if I was someone who I wasn't. Just put myself around people who valued who were playing that same game. And I may have done more than that. I spent money that I didn't have, I said that, on things that I thought would be some sort of magic pill to gain some sort of, usually money status, which would then give me some sort of respect or some kind of symbolic meaning to being a man who had figured out how to make any kind of money that he wanted, or being a man who could just sell anything, or being a man who could provide. And Phase 2 has made me question all of that. And I would say that I have been burned out from this personal development treadmill for a while. Sick of what I was doing, sick of making decisions because I felt like I was expected to behave a certain way. And you know, I don't have any answers. I don't have any better answers than what I did 10 years ago. It's been about 10 years since I've been studying personal development. The first personal development book that I read was, I believe it was called Triggers by Malcolm Gladwell. I remember where I read it, and I remember what it set off in me. Like, what I began to do in my life because of that book. And I get that people out there are experiencing some form of abundance in their way, and they may tie it all back to some decision or habit they began. I have realized that I cannot base my decisions on what feels good for somebody else. However simple that may sound. I have been a chronic people pleaser. And I think back on some of the things that I've done in my life and just how much I gave up to do it. Just to get somebody's approval, somebody's pat on the back. So, where do I go from here? Maybe, hopefully more towards myself. I think that there are some things I can let go of, and there are some things I can really lean into, which I'm not going to address in this video, I guess, but yeah, I just wanted to put that all out there. I'm that guy who's been obsessed with personal development and really kind of been running on a treadmill for a decade. I don't know if that awareness would have come without it all. Can't say. I just know that I am learning to accept myself. I think it's a milestone for me in my life. Being a father and a husband. So excited to welcome our second kiddo. And at the same time, just feeling like, fuck, I don't have anything figured out. I don't, and I don't know what to do. I don't feel like I need to I don't know. I don't have words for it yet. What I'm feeling. All right.